And welcome back to my channel, and today we're having another special guest, Ukrainian woman, Ksenia, and I forgot your last name.
Ksyusha Danicheva.
I never call her by her last name, that's why. To give those who don't know us a little context, we're both from Ukraine, but from different cities, right? I'm from Odessa.
I'm from Kharkiv.
Due to the war, we both had to find new home basically, and as we said, we're in London right now.
Oops.
It's okay. Is it? Oh, that's yours.
Yeah, it's mine.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we're extremely thankful to, I think, England in general and English people for supporting Ukraine and welcoming us here, basically opening their homes for us, because I still live with hosts. But you don't, right? We're gonna be talking about Ksenia's brand. She has amazing, super feminine corsets, lingerie, loungewear, swimsuits, and I saw that you make bridal dresses.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna attach some pictures and you will see videos, and of course, Instagram. Hi, Ksyusha.
Hi.
How London been treating you?
I'm living here already 1 year. And I find that London is my second home. I feel really comfortable here, especially with like British mentality, because it's really close to Ukrainian mentality, on my opinion. Because it's a big difference between, for example, Italy, where I was living before for like 6 years, and here, I mean, I feel really home.
Yeah, true. I do feel home also, and Italy is very different.
Yeah, sunny and warm and like more emotions.
Yeah, I meant like people and mentality, but the weather is also different.
Well, the weather is completely different. Today it's like all day raining.
Yeah, we had few seasons during 1 hour, so London is being just London. First question to you. Is it harder to run a brand business in a metropolis like London rather than in Ukraine?
Well, it's different. First of all, it's big city, as you said, like it's metropolis, and here is like more opportunities, and like most of my partners are from London, and I was working with them like already for a few years, like before I came here for the first time. And my other partners are from America. Most of them are from New York, and yeah. So for me, it's different from the parts that here I have like more open doors, I would say, that because I'm here and it's easy like to collaborate. But from like side of our collaborations with different like platforms or like selling platforms or partners, it's kind of same, because we are still communicating by email, and so it's not a big difference.
In what countries people can find La Musa?
You mean offline, right?
Oh, I didn't think of that. I mean, both. Yeah, right. Yeah, offline, because online you can order anywhere.
Yeah, online is like worldwide.
Yeah.
I mean, not worldwide, we don't ship in Russia. About offline, we are presented in a few boutiques in New York, here in London, and here I also do my own pop-ups sometimes, and sometimes I'm participating in pop-ups with multi-brand stores. Also in Sweden, it's with a like new our platform, and in Milan, in Paris.
So big cities.
Yeah, and in Tokyo. In Tokyo we have like we have a big client who is actually our buyer from like a big store. There we have like a full, how to say, like full
range?
Yeah.
Do you mean like all your items are there? Yeah, it's like full range. You have your collections there.
And in New York also, like there's really a lot.
So you're pretty much everywhere, like different continents.
Yeah.
Where your manufacturing is actually right now?
Currently, it's in Poland because we had to move due to the war. So basically, when the war started, I lost my first atelier, which was in the center of Kharkiv.
Yeah.
And yeah, but luckily there were not people, so I moved them to Poland, all of my workers.
Okay.
And yeah, now we are trying like to increase our atelier there, and we ship from Poland. So basically now shipping is even faster because it's in EU.
So it was in Ukraine before.
Yeah, in
Yeah. You had an office.
Yeah, an
I saw
office
the
and
video,
an
yeah.
atelier and manufacture, and now like all manufacture and atelier is in Poland, and I'm myself here. So
I'm gonna show the video because you had some great videos from
Yeah.
your office.
yeah, it was
Actually.
amazing office.
Very beautiful. I mean, as
Yeah.
you are, as the brand is, because
Thank you.
you've got your style, and it's
Thank you.
all in your style. Is it actually expensive to own your own brand?
Well, it depends on like which goal you wanna achieve. But if to talk about my brand, it's kind of expensive because I mean, it's still like
Quality.
yeah, quality, and my materials are quite expensive.
Yes.
Also, salary, and now all the prices are getting higher, so it means that
True.
salary for my workers should be higher, so they will not like feel uncomfortable of their life.
Of course.
And yeah, also like renting, and yeah, we also ship 2-3 days, and it's already the client can receive it, so we ship like fast. So yeah, it is. I would say it's expensive.
Okay, right. So all those points
Yeah,
make it.
yeah, but you know, there's like so many brands who just stock their items in China and sell there, and it makes their work quite cheaper. But then they have like a lot of dead stocks, which is
Yeah.
not sold, and we are trying to work like drop shipping. So basically, when we have an order, we make it for particular measurements, for particular size, so we don't stock a lot because then it's not sustainable also.
Okay, yeah, to mention, by the way, your brand is also sustainable.
Yeah, we have zero waste production, so basically we don't throw any materials away, and we make like a small silk sets, like a sleeping mask and like hair tie.
Oh, that's
and
cute.
yeah, and it's just like a free gift for every client with each purchase, and it's always nice to have it. And for us, it's nice that we don't throw anything.
Yeah, sure.
And also we don't work with any polyester, only with recycled materials. And even if we have to use polyester, we use recycled or natural fiber.
I think that background makes the brand even more appealing to people. So what background you have if you decided to create your own brand? What's your education and what's your background?
Yeah, I was in art all my life. I'm drawing since I was 3 years old. Yeah, and you know, like usually when you're a kid, you're kind of drawing everything you dream about.
Yeah.
Like you can dream of, I don't know, people and animals and just something what you see. And I was drawing clothes all my life. All the time, I didn't draw like the people. I was drawing clothes. Sometimes there were people inside of clothes, but it was not important. Yeah, for me, I don't know, but I feel like that's why I'm here. That's why I'm living. It's like purpose of my life.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, and after school I went in Kharkiv University of Art, so it's like art academy, and I was studying art. And after that I moved to Milan, and I was studying in Instituto Marangoni, and there I was studying fashion design.
So yeah, it's all your life basically,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is dedicated to just one thing. Yeah, I'm unfortunately not that kind of person myself. I do many different things at the same
Well,
time.
I think that everybody is. It's just like you need to find it. You need to like find it in yourself, because I think that everybody comes for a purpose.
Well, yeah, so there is a reason. Yeah, I do agree with that, but sometimes I just feel that I'm in between everything, you know, and you kind of rush, and all that rush is just...
I think everybody should just concentrate on what they really love. That's important.
Yeah, that makes sense. Your brand's Instagram, Musa's Instagram actually, is pure art.
Thank you.
It's like a museum
Thank you.
online. Who is behind ideas for shoots?
Me. Thank you so much for such a compliment. Yeah, well, actually, all the art direction and like the way how every shoot should be done, it coming like among with the idea of collection itself. So basically, when I find inspiration for, I don't know, like for example, I have this collection inspired by porcelain tableware, like from the 6th century from China, the blue one,
Yeah.
and also you might see the one with the red one, which is
Yeah,
inspired
sure.
by
I mean-
inspired by England. And so basically I have like this inspiration, and when it's like even not drawn yet, I already know like how it's gonna be shooted, like how it's gonna be
Really?
entire shooting. Yeah, who gonna be like the model, who I see there.
So
like
you
what-
know this story.
Yes. And I think it came because I was working before in Patrizia Pepe in Italy, and I was working as a stylist. So basically, I have like this.
An eye.
Yeah,
for
and
it.
yeah, it's I think more like experience
Okay.
that I understand. Like, okay, I have like this collection, this atmosphere of collection, and basically I can understand how it can be presented for the consumer, for the client, and how it should be like presented in the best way possible. So yeah, basically all the shootings and all the content is like done even before it's done. Yeah, in my head.
That's very interesting. Yeah, so it's kind of marketing and art
Yeah.
combined together. Also, while we were preparing for our interview and we were getting these things ready here, Ksenia mentioned that before whole collection, right? It's about collections, I think more. She draws pictures first.
All the prints are made by me for the moment. I also had a collaboration, which we're gonna talk later,
Yeah.
with an artist, and it was
course.
my first collaboration. But yes, before like I was drawing by my own, so I'm like painting on the canvas, and then I scan it, and then I make it. Like I make a print on fabric, and then we
Okay.
sew like a corset or dresses from it. For example, this one, it was it's from my production, so it was like drawn by pen, just by black pen, and the idea was just because I was like seeing the bugs and butterflies, night
Yeah.
butterflies, and I'm actually so like how to say phobic, like I have a phobia.
Oh, are you afraid of them?
Yeah, I'm afraid of them, and they're like on the window, and they
Okay.
were sitting there, and I was like a bit scared, and I was still like drawing them in the way how I see them. I was trying to find them like beautiful, and I was thinking, oh, this looks nice, like tattoo. So I was trying like to make a tattoo, but on a corset.
Okay.
And yeah, that was the idea. But first, yeah, everything is drawn like on the paper, so all the prints are like physically done somewhere.
Yeah. Can you lean forward a little bit to
Yeah,
the
sure.
camera just to show it? Yeah, so this is very interesting. I mean, I've never seen a designer, of course, especially
You
nowadays.
can attach the
Yeah, what?
the
Drawings?
painting. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna be like, while we're talking, if there is any details, I will be attaching them so you can see them. It's just fascinating because I've never seen people do it. You know, I know that you draw like models, right?
Yeah.
You draw it on paper,
Yeah.
the clothes, but
Like the sketches before.
yeah, but
Okay.
on big canvases, and then you said you scan
Yeah. I scan like
21st century.
yeah. Also, I have like a huge canvas, like 2 meters on 2 meters, and they're like a particular painting drawn, and it was so hard like to bring it to scan it, and yeah. But still, the work is amazing.
That sounds great. Very interesting way to design clothes, and I think it's brand new actually, because as I said, Never heard of that. Never seen anybody do it.
Pleasure to hear.
You also mentioned your collaboration with an
Yes.
artist. Who is she?
It's Rain Story, and yeah, it's just wonderful person, and I'm so inspired by her as an artist and as a woman. Basically, we met in one of the pop-ups when I just arrived in London. I had a pop-up where I met you also.
That one, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
in Chelsea.
Yeah.
So it was like pop-up, like 100 meters from Harrods, and was really nice location. And Rain, she came there as an influencer, and she
Okay.
fell in love with one of my corsets. And same day, she invited me to her studio to make some pictures in the corset. And there we talked about art, and I was so inspired to see her art. I mean, I never seen such a talented people who inspire me that much that I was like, oh my god, like it was
Impressive.
impressive. And so I was like, maybe we can collaborate one day, and she was like, yeah, why not do it now?
Yeah, well, you did it very quick. Because
Yes, and I was like, yeah, wow, like she agreed, and yeah, I was so happy. And so basically, she works in style surrealistic, like expressionism, and on my opinion, she makes like she paints dreams. So
okay.
yeah, there's like so many things are going in the paintings, and I was like, yeah, that's like something new, something fresh, what I want to give to La Musa. And yeah, we made this collaboration.
Yeah.
And actually this weekend, like coming weekend, I have a catwalk show in Toronto, and she's actually
right.
from Toronto. She's from Canada.
Okay.
And I have there like a catwalk show with this collection will be presented.
You kind of combine marketing and art. Yeah. How do you manage to actually combine business and art, creativity?
Yeah, it's actually interesting question because it's really hard thing to do. Yeah,
That's why I'm asking.
because when you're in business and you need to like take care of your finances and budget on like your collection and like on everything. So and then I have like this creativity and inspiration from
Yeah.
everything, and then sometimes I have like in my head crazy ideas like, oh, I want a shooting, I don't know, like in helicopter, for example, and it's gonna be really beautiful. I mean, then it's really so hard to manage. But for example, about creativity, I think that business kills creativity. And when I realized that if I want to be creative and if I want to follow my passion and inspirations, then I just should trust people with who I'm working.
Yeah.
And and to not be controlling every step of my manager. And just I should trust like business part to people who I hire, and not to be like, you know, so much into business, because like to me it's important to be an artist from the first point.
Yeah, of course. Speaking of which, are you open for collaborations with stylists, photographers, models, just to give people an idea? If because I am sure there is like hundreds, if not thousands, people who are interested in working with you. Are you open for?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I love when people are writing me about like, can we loan something, or just can we make any like shooting idea for you. And of course, yes, for me it's like a big pleasure, because when people make it just because they love it, then the result is always good for everyone. So please write me in case you are interested to collaborate. I will be happy.
Because usually, as a model myself, I know that people are just scared usually to text, you know. If you're a professional, you can, but still there is like this...
I received such messages. I was following you for like 2 years, and I was scared to write, and then one day I was like, I'm gonna make it, and now I wrote, and I'm like reading it and like, why? Just when I feel like I need something like from someone, and I feel like I need exactly the same, just writing it like straight. Just why to wait?
Yeah, true. I learned that Very
Yeah,
good.
I think it's important.
Yeah, you just go, you just be straightforward and don't wait years, especially. I mean, this is
Yes.
crazy. It's just easier to hear no probably than.
Yeah, but also, I mean, it's a young brand. We will be 5 years this June, like in two
Oh, that's
months.
a jubilee.
Yeah,
Are you going to
actually,
be celebrating?
yes, of course, and you're invited.
Thank you. And you're invited. Your like little tips how to break into fashion industry for younger generation.
You mean like in the big fashion industry?
I think so. That's where we're aiming, right? That's
Yeah.
where your brand actually is. I think it is
Yes,
big
I
fashion.
think it's now getting in because, like, what's the fashion industry like?
I mean, when I speak about big fashion, like high fashion, I mean it's
You mean
obviously
like
high
every season to be
brands.
presented in the catwalk shows and like in the
Yeah.
all fashion weeks? Yeah, so I think every brand which want to be like presented in the fashion industry just should go in fashion weeks, like not everything, but at least once a year. And it's important point also collaborating with like big influencers, and also don't like to not be afraid sell worldwide.
Yeah.
Like since very first year of La Musa, I was selling worldwide because I was like, who is my audience? Who is the woman who wears La Musa? It was like everyone, everywhere. Yeah, that was obvious for me. I was like, yeah, why would I sell only in Ukraine or only, for example, in my city? I don't even know how this idea sometimes comes to like brands. So they like, for example, they live like in Paris, for example, and they're like, so I will sell in Paris, and
Okay.
I don't understand like why these limits come. Just sell it everywhere. Yeah, why not to try?
Yeah, I mean, I would say different reasons, right? You can be afraid of just the.
That someone will not buy or will not like.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
also,
but
but going bigger is always more commitments, more
yes,
problems. It's
yes,
harder
it is.
outside. You know how it's working in your country, but you don't know what's happening out there.
Well, actually, I didn't know how it works in my country because when I created my brand,
It
La
wasn't in
Musa,
Ukraine?
I was living in Netherlands, and then I came in Ukraine, like to live, and I started to do atelier, and I already kind of forgot how it lives there, like how it's the life, because I was living before in Netherlands in Italy for six years, so I was like I already didn't know the industry in Ukraine, and I was like, yeah, I want to sell in Ukraine too, but not like the main market because I also didn't know the market and I was not focused on it, and yeah, just why to have this kind of limits.
So you had more knowledge about European market than
Yes, yes.
our local.
And also because I was working with like a big brands like around Europe, and so that's why I learned more how to work with a worldwide customer than with particular country or particular area.
I think that's a great experience to have, right?
Yeah,
To
it
start
is.
from there.
Yeah, I always knew that I will have my own brand. Like since I was really small, I wanted it. It was like my
Oh.
dream, and yeah, it was important for me. It was like, why, as I told you, like why I came to, like why I'm leaving, why I came to this world, and yeah, I was like thinking that maybe I'm not ready yet, and maybe I'm not educated. So then when I achieved my second bachelor, and then I was like, I'm still not ready.
Second.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm still not ready, and then was like working in one company, in another company, and then working as a freelance with different like big brands as well in Europe.
Yeah.
And I was like, so now is the time when I feel like I'm experienced. But you know, you never will get experience how to run your own brand until
True.
you start running your own brand. It's completely different.
Do you think you should have started earlier?
Yes, I
Yeah?
think if I would be brave enough, I would start earlier, and now
Okay.
it will be, for example, 6 years, and we would celebrate 6 years of
Okay.
Musa, or 7. Yeah.
Can we add that advice? Sorry, can we add that advice?
Yes, I think that if you feel like you want to do that, just do that now.
Yeah.
Do not wait when you will be more educated, experienced or something, because yeah.
And I would say from psychological part, because I am into psychology, work on that more rather than getting another experience. I mean, at the same time is better, but it's just psychological part of it that suffers, not the I don't have enough experience, right? It's
Yeah.
more about that you
Yeah, you just need to
be
let you
self.
do that. Just
Yeah.
let yourself.
And let yourself is another big problem people have nowadays.
Yeah.
Just let yourself have it, do it, create it, make it, and have your own brand. You mentioned your show in Canada, and let's discuss upcoming events if you have such.
I have a coming catwalk show in Canada, which is gonna be very soon, and I'm not going there by my own because I have partners there and also my friends who will be helping me to set it all. But I have a really big show in September. I'm gonna be participating in New York Fashion Week, and it's gonna be like a first big show for my brand. And also, the same month, I will be participating in Paris Fashion Week as well.
That's so cool. How many fashion weeks you've done before? Like
None, like big one.
you went
no.
to Paris for one.
I went because I had like during the Fashion Week their pop-up store.
Oh, okay.
And also I went for visiting my partners and to see their shows and my like friends designers. But for Musa I didn't have like any of like big fashion shows yet, and I think
Okay.
it's actually very nice that it will be after we are celebrating 5 years, and so in like 2 months.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big show, and I think it's a really nice point and nice
That's very
timing,
cool.
you know, like because if I would do that like from the first year, like a fashion week, I think it's kind of hard, and then like after the show, I can have like an orders or like wholesale orders for which I would not be that much prepared as I am now.
So it is hard to take part in fashion weeks.
Yeah, it's financially hard, and yeah, to do like from the first year. But also, it's I think mentally also hard because you need to understand, like you need to visit a lot of fashion weeks to understand like all the organization of it, and also to understand what kind of people you need in like your show. So who will be really useful for you,
Yeah.
and why you do that, like why to do the show.
Got it. Thank you so much. I think that was an interesting one, and we will definitely have another interview. Yeah, after the show maybe. So you
Yes.
have new stuff
Yeah,
to share.
I think it will be exciting to share.
Oh yeah. Are you planning on going there?
Yes, of course.
You want to go to New
Yeah.
York? Yeah, that's also nice.
Now getting ready for the trip.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
It
for
was
the interview.
interesting.
It was really nice, and I'll see you guys later.
Thank you.
Nymphs no longer live in forests and seas. They have moved to metropolises, animating them from their very soul. Discover your inner muse, La Musa.